Well, another week, and the gap is widened, and I'm talking about my trailing my friend Doug Wells from Mercedes-Benz, Ray-Catena Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Time for our Week 12 recap of the WCTC Pro Football Pick'em Challenge that hopefully you're playing right alongside us at our website, WCTCAM.com. Doug, good morning. Welcome back, and an 11 out of 15 week for you. Congratulations, my friend. A great week with Week 12. Way to go.
I appreciate it.
I was 9 out of 15.
All right, so I got you by a couple.
So, yes, you have widened your gap. You now have an 8-game lead over me with Week 13 coming up here. Let's take a look back at some of the picks from the week gone by. Let's see. We'll start with Thanksgiving. I had to take the Detroit Lions, part of my rule there. You had the Chicago Bears. The Lions hung in there for a little while. A bad interception at the end, and then a blatant penalty at the end that the Bears threw a guy across the line for a first down, which should have been a penalty. But Bears had that one. You knew the Bears were going to win that game, right?
I said that when we talked last week that I had the edge on you on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. We both had Dallas beating Washington. We both had New Orleans beating Atlanta. No problem there. Seattle beat Carolina, since I got to take the Cat team. You had Seattle in that one. Seattle is hanging in there. They're very much alive in that race for that wild card. And if Seattle gets in, when you have a team that's won it all, Doug, that's a tough team to play. I don't think anybody wants to play Seattle in that first round if they make the playoffs.
I do agree, because they have a lot of talent.
Russell Wilson gets on a roll, and we know that Pete Carroll can write up a game plan that can win a Super Bowl, so you got to watch out for them. So I think they have the 49ers next week. I think we'll get to that later on this week when we get there. The Giants, who we both had beating the Philadelphia Eagles, and I had a pretty good feeling going into this game, and I thought they were going to make some noise in December. I don't know what happened in the second half, Doug. I don't know what happened to the offense, why players were on the bench after they had a great first half. What happened with the Giants on Sunday?
It just seems like they're never fully prepared. You have their star wide receiver that for some reason every week is dehydrated.
Yeah, why does that even happen?
There's an issue there. They should be drinking water. They should be, well prepared.
Something.
After half a game, he's dehydrated.
That's not right. You're an elite athlete. I mean, the least thing you could do is remember to kind of hydrate, and the process begins, days before leading up to the game. I mean, you don't wait till that morning, but I don't know what happened. And they had such a great first half, and the second half, they just vanished. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. Talk of running the table and winning the division, I think that's just about all but over for the Giants, unfortunately. Rest of the picks, we were spot on. We had New England beating the Jets, no problem. Chargers destroyed Arizona. We had that one. Colts over Miami. Pittsburgh losing to Denver. A bad interception at the end there. Big Ben never throws a bad pass. He is so great at managing a game. I don't know what happened at that last play. They're right on the doorstep. They're going to punch it into the end zone, take the lead, and win the game. And Roethlisberger throws an interception. It was like a rookie mistake. You saw the play I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, well, they had the ball got almost fumbled. So when he went to grab the ball, so it was a bad hike, a bad snap to him, and he panicked because I thought it was supposed to be like a timing play.
Yeah,
and he didn't look. He just threw.
See, that's not like him. Usually when a play goes south and you're so close to the goal line, just eat it. Just fall on the ball and live to fight another day. He tried to force a pass in, and he threw it right in the guy's hands. I could not believe that. And Denver's another team. They're very much alive for that second wild card spot. I mean, don't go to sleep on Denver just yet either. But another interesting finish. Minnesota beat Green Bay. Is Green Bay the most overrated team in the league this year, Doug? What do you think?
I would say yes, because they just don't seem to be to have it. They just seem to be all over the place.
They are 0-6 on the road this year, which is hard to believe. The schedule the rest of the way is pretty friendly for them. They get Arizona, they get Atlanta, they get the Jets. If anything works in Green Bay's favor, it's the schedule, but we'll see what happens from there. And last night, this Houston Texans team, they lost their first 3 games. They haven't lost since. They've now rattled off 8 straight wins in a row. This Houston team, I think, is going to – they could be, when you look at Kansas City, New England, Houston, I think I'd put them right up there. Those three teams are the best three in the AFC. Houston could very well, if they find a way to keep on winning, get that to home field and get that bye in that first week. I think it's very possible for Houston.
Well, their offense is clicking, and they're hitting on all 8 cylinders, and Houston's defense has always been a very, very good defense.
It has been. Yeah, J.J. Watt and Clowney, they've got some all-world players on that team, and when they stay healthy, they can do some damage. All right. So
defense wins Super Bowls.
This is true. We talk about that every week, right? So there's our Week 12 recap, and later on in this week, Doug will be back with us, and we'll take a look at the week going ahead. Your lead is up to now 8 games over me, Doug. Let me float this by you, and if you don't want to do it, I completely understand. You know my obligation where I have to pick the 4 cat mascot teams. That is a home rule that I must take. I have to take Detroit, Carolina, Cincinnati, and Jacksonville every week. Jacksonville is awful. The Lions are dreadful. All 4 cat teams went 0-4 this past week, and you know I have to pick them. To keep this interesting between you and I, how would you feel about if you were obligated to pick all 4 bird teams every Sunday? That means you take Philadelphia, Baltimore, Atlanta, and Arizona every Sunday. Would you be willing to do that so that this stays kind of interesting, or are you willing to just run away from me the rest of the year?
Well, the problem with that is I'd be giving away 2 of those games guaranteed almost every week.
Arizona's a loss every week, right? Now you see how I feel every week with the Lions. Right. All right, that's fine. I'm going to...
And I'm looking forward to that delicious steak.
I'm sure you are. All right, we're getting down to crunch time. I'm going to have to start going with some wild upsets and try to get back in this thing somehow. I'm 8 behind. But you can play right alongside Doug and I every week for free. It's never too late to jump in and play at WCTCAM.com. It's free. Just create a free account if you haven't done so already, and we always have so much fun. Our winner this week, 13 out of 15.
41
Kim
and
from
cloudy.
Kim from Parlin was our winner this week. She had 13 out of 15, so congratulations to her. She's going to see some Rutgers men's basketball soon. But get those picks in. Our winner, of course, gets that great remote control car, courtesy of Doug at Ray-Catena Mercedes-Benz of Edison. And in all likelihood, a steak dinner courtesy of me as well, if this continues. But, Doug, great week by you, and we'll talk again and preview next week, all right?
You got it. Thank you so much.
And before you go, nice weekend to maybe get out and do some driving. What's kind of the hot model right now on the lot that people are coming by and asking you about?
Believe it or not, everything across the board has been hot because we have our Mercedes-Benz winter event going on right now. And it's
nice.
Real strong.
Good.
The C-Class, and I have 18s and 19s. If you're looking for a great sedan, you don't need the biggest car, but you want a comfortable car, safe. That car is selling like crazy. The GLC is doing great. The new GLA is doing great. We have the new 19 GLE 400 is killing it. Just everything we have so far, coupes, convertibles, and all of our convertibles, pretty much almost all of them, you have an all-wheel drive option.
Nice.
It's we're having a lot of fun. We got a incredible product lineup. And the nice thing is if they come to the dealership, you have well over 200 cars indoors alone to look at.
Oh, that's nice. That makes the browsing nice and comfortable, right? Yeah, I like that.
Yep. You get to see it all, and which is a nice thing to do without being out in the element. And don't forget, we have the beautiful antiques to take a peek at.
Oh, that's fun too. Yeah. Yeah, go see Doug and his guys, right?
Yep. This is our busy season. November and December are our 2 busiest months because of the winter event, and people like this. What we like to do, we like to buy cars for Hanukkah and Christmas gifts.
I love it.
Everybody gets their year-end bonuses. This is a fun time of year for us.
Yeah, good stuff. So go see Doug and the guys there at Route 1, Ray-Catena Mercedes-Benz of Edison. You're going to love what they have for you there. Doug, thank you as always, and we'll talk again to preview this coming weekend's games, all right?
You got it. See you soon.